the future about the future of data and GenAI that listens, watches, and reads. And I'm going to talk to you about a service feature that's gonna be enabling that for you. So this is like relatively new from Amazon AWS, and I thought this would be a sequel to our previous discussions related to Bedrock and the features in there. You don't need to have been there before on the previous one. This is gonna be like an end-to-end, but it's good to have building blocks. And I believe that the previous one was recorded as well, so maybe you can get back to that. So anyway, today I wanted to, I'm going to go over with an overview on the Amazon Bedrock Data Automation. That's the service that provides the features for this data automation, as we mentioned. I'm going to give you like very quick overview on that. I don't want to get you bored with slides, but just putting the foundation. And then we're going to switch to a live demo where I'm going to build some good stuff here to get you to see it like live. Then when we're done with demo, I wanted to switch to more of architecture. How do you use these services from an architecture perspective and how to build actual solutions? Then I wanted to let everyone see the back-end APIs that are used in there. And lastly, I wanted to speak about the pricing of using this service. So in case you decided to use it for building your own projects, whether personal or for business, at least you need to know that or to know how to expect the pricing to be. So that's my plan for today. While going through there, I don't see the chat. So if you wanted to if you have a question, just if you can like unmute and ask me or stop me and ask me, that would be the easiest and fastest way. Or at the end of this session, we are going to open up for Q&A, and then we can answer all your questions. So what is Amazon Bedrock Data Automation and on why it's doing all these things? So it's cloud-based service actually that simplifies the process of extracting the insights from unstructured content. So think documents, images, video, or audio files that you have. So BDA leverages the generative AI to automate this transformation of the different file types or called the multimodal data into structured formats. So it enables the developers to build applications and automate these complex workflows they have with greater speed and accuracy. So BDA provides an API driven experience. It allows you to process these content files through a single interface. And today I'm gonna show you all this in the demo, but you can optimize your ETL pipeline, for instance, by using custom outputs with blueprint templates. You can easily integrate the BDA with a single API, minimizing the development time and providing consistency of output through these blueprints that I mentioned. And of course, BDA is actually, it's a feature that's built on top of Amazon Bedrock. So it uses its security and governance best practices. So why use BDA instead of building everything yourself? So BDA actually, as a solution, it provides you with a managed unified API. So you don't need to juggle to build an optical character recognition solution, then have video models, build prompts for the GenAI to orchestrate and to run through the processes. It's all built for you as a simple interface for all the modalities. So whether you're using documents, they're using files or images or audio or video, the same single API that you call every time, and VDA will recognize the different types for you. With VDA, you can simply launch a POC and scale it fast to production. You reduce the cost, of course, and eliminate any manual model orchestration. And prompt engineering. You're going to see today in the demo that VDA will create and generate the prompts for you on your behalf in order to read the different file types and the different documents. And when you run BDA, it also adds confidence scores and visual grounding to enable you to review uncertain results. So you not only like scan a document and just like bring up text out of it, you also see the confidence level of these text or this data that you extracted. So you make a decision whether you use it as is or change it or add human validation to your process. So BDA provides you two different types of outputs depending on your use case. So as you see on the screen, you can either get standard output or custom output. The standard output is very simply when you provide a supported modality or for a standard output like a document, an image, video, or an audio. VDA is gonna run on all these the same way. So any documents is gonna extract all the text in the document. It's gonna provide you with the summarization, and if it's image, it's gonna extract logos in the image. It's gonna summarize what's in the image and so on. So it's always having the same approach to these. But then there is a different type of output here, which is called the custom output. Custom output is actually a very interesting feature where you can build your own template or blueprint of the type of document that you have. So you will identify what you need to extract within these documents. And actually, VDA will build this template for you using that GenAI capabilities that it has. So you know exactly the format and the schema that's getting out of these documents, so you can use it for your applications like downstream, like databases or other applications. So in today's demo, I'm gonna show you both how we use the standard output and how we use the custom output with the blueprints as well. The use cases, there are many use cases. The most like common use case is intelligent document processing. This is used by a lot of organizations, enterprise, medium size as well. So it enables you with advanced search capabilities across the document repositories that you have, extracts and indices the key information from different document types, and of course allowing semantic search. So it understands the document, not just like a simple search of your data. And of course, there are other cases that we're going to see today. So media analysis. So it analyzes images. It tells you what's in there. Videos extracts the information or produces text out of the video, the audio files in there or the videos. Enables content tagging, so you can tag specific content and it takes you to the position in the video where this tag is, plus of course tagging the images and text as you're going to see today. So a lot of use cases you can use the capability for. So getting started with BDA is very easy. It's like here, what you see on the screen is a very typical workflow. What you do is you create a data automation project using the AWS console, as we're going to see today, or you can do the same from the CLI or using the API. So if you are building your applications using Python or any of the supported languages, you can just use the API or through the SDK and you build your project. Then you configure the standard outputs per each modality for outputs for the documents, the images, videos, and audios and whatnot. And then you can also attach the blueprints for the custom extraction. Then you send the files. So you send your files to BDA via the API call or the console. And then BDA is going to produce for you the outputs, the response to the right of your screen here. And it returns structured data in JSON format with extraction results and the confidence levels as I just mentioned. So the service is straightforward, whether using the API or the console. So that was a quick overview of what BDA is and what it does. Now, let's go to the more interesting part, which is the demo. So I'm gonna get out of the Can you just confirm that you see my browser here?
Yes, we can see.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. So let me just start here. What you see here is so I'm going to go from my console here. I'm going to go to Amazon Bedrock. So as I mentioned, Bedrock Data Automation is part of Amazon Bedrock's service. And here you will notice that there are several features for Bedrock that you can use. Previously, we went through knowledge bases. For instance, we talked about the different models that are there and model access. Today, I'm going to talk about the data automation here. So as you see it under build. So whenever you go to data automation, you will see that it has the two main components here is the blueprints and set up the projects. But we are going to even start with the demo. So the demo is going to show you what capabilities are there. So I'm going to go to the demo here. And if you scroll down, it's going to give you different types of modalities that I'm going to try. So I'm going to start with a document modality. And as you see here, it's giving you some examples. So a bank statement, an invoice, and tax form, and a driver license. If we select a driver license out of the model and just click generate results, it's going to read the image. And out of the image, it's going to give you the configuration in here. That configuration for standard output and the custom output. You will notice that the configuration, you can identify the granularity of your output. So whether you want to extract data on the page level, so in our case, it's just one image, it's a driver license, so it's only one page, so page level or element level within this image. You can also identify the text format. So how is the output going to be created? Is it plain text or is it markdown or HTML? Also, if this was a document with tables, the tables can be extracted separately as CSV format. Bounding boxes, if you enable these, you will get like text extraction of the content in here, and you click on it, and then it shows you like a box around the specific value that was extracted. So think about a document where you want to maybe a picture, an image, where you are extracting different components like logos in an image or something, and then you want to see where this is on the image. So it's clickable, and you can see where they are. And of course, you select the output format, whether it's JSON or JSON Plus, which is including additional file formats, like for the subcategories, tables, and whatnot. So as you see down there, if I scroll down here, you will notice that on the page level, the tool here extracted all the text that's in the driver license. So you see that all the text is here for you, and you can just copy it or download it. Actually, you can download the results. But then when we go to the element level, you will notice that now it's extracted per element. So each element of these is going to be part of the JSON format that you can download and extract. And it's getting you all these details in here. Of course, if I download the results, it's going to bring a zip file. You open the zip file, and it has all this data in there. If I switch to a custom output, the custom output is going to use a blueprint. So a blueprint defines what a driver license is, what elements are in the driver license. So so BDA, when it runs using the blueprint, it expects to find and extract these elements. So if we look here, the single response provided 18 responses. And if you scroll down, now we have tabular elements of what the driver license is, and it's extracting the results. So it assigns that a city is there, the state is New Jersey, and so on. So when you look here, the difference is now you have insights. You can have insights into the data. You have the data has meaning. Now you can build your database or you build your applications on top of data rather than just extract the text in there. So that's why it's important to build or use the blueprints. And VDA comes with some blueprints out of the box, but then you can build your own. I'm going to show you today how we build the blueprints as well. Okay, so now if we go here to download the standard format, for instance, let's look at the download results. Download results is gonna give me a zip file. I click on the zip file and then open that, and you will notice that it's gonna give you. Let me just make it bigger so you can see it. This is the raw data, but if I look at the BT5 JSON output, it's extracting all the data in here, and it's also giving you locations for the corners for each of the elements because we asked for having these locations like extracted. So when we formatted this document, or when we configure this document, we are extracting the location for all these so we can get the clickable um, uh, boxes around it. And I'm going to show you this in a second. Okay, so that's one way to look at from the demo. Let's now actually build an actual project. If you're going to build an actual project, I'm going to first go to the blueprint. So I want to build a project. In this project, I wanted to have it like extract information from a birth certificate or a social security card. Whether I give it a social security card or a birth certificate, I want the information in there. So I'm gonna first build a blueprint for these types of documents, and then I'm gonna set up a project or build a project. So if I click on Manage Blueprints, you will notice here that there are sample blueprints that are available for you to use, like there are 41 of these. So if we go down there, you will see different types. So for advertisement or general image or birth certificate. So a US birth certificate is available as one of the templates or the blueprints for you, and the modality for it, and many others. As I mentioned, 41 of them. We don't have a social security card in here. So what I do is I'm going to create one. So what you do is you go to the custom blueprints, and I've created this before, but I'm going to recreate it now. And in here, I'm going to press create blueprint. And then I'm going to upload a sample image, an image of a social security card. So I'm going to use here a social security template, and I'm going to upload it. So now BDA now is going to look at this template, and it will try to understand what this is and how to extract information in here. And it's going to be using the large language model. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tell BDA that this is a social security card. So here in the prompt, I'm going to tell it this is a social security card and click on generate blueprint. An alternative to that is to manually create the new blueprint, meaning that I would start telling that, okay, I have a first name, I have a last name, I have a social security number, I have a signature, and so on. You don't want to do that if you have this capability. So now I just try to help the tool to understand that this is a social security card, and click on generate blueprint, and it's going to take a minute or two, and it's gonna ask me to name it. So I'm gonna name it demo SSN blueprint, and I'm gonna create it. So you will notice here that the AI generated prompt for the current blueprint was created by the tool. And it says, I want a blueprint that contains the following 5 fields. So card type, card number, name, issue date, signature, and so on. And you will notice down here that for the sample that we have, it extracted, it created the type of fields and extracted the information for me to give me like an idea. Okay, so this worked fine. So it extracted whatever is in there, and I look at it and it looks right for me. So now I have a blueprint for a social security card. So I'm going to save and exit. Now I have the the blueprint in place, if I go back and look at the blueprints, in the custom blueprints, now I'm going to see that I have now my demo SSN blueprint. In the sample blueprint, I have the birth certificate. So I have my blueprints ready. Now my next step is to actually build a project. So I'm going to go back here and set up projects. And in setup project here, I'm going to create project. I'm going to give it a name. So demo project. Okay. And I'm going to create a project. Now, when you create a project, a project will be having like a standard output for each type of modality, like a document, the image, video, and audio. What I want to do here is to edit. When I edit this, I can change the description. I can change, even change here what I need to do as in the configuration. So I'm going to add, for instance, bounding boxes. That's where it captures the location of the text in the images if I needed that. And I can change the output format if I will, and also for other types of modalities. If I was to provide an image for this project and I want to extract logos or detect logos, I can enable that, and so on. So what I'm going to do here, let's add logos, by the way, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the custom output. In custom output, I want to add the blueprints that we just created. So I'm going to select from a blueprint list, and I'm going to do the demo SSN blueprint. I'm going to add it, and I'm going to add the other one as well. So now I'm going to search for it. So birth certificate, and I get it, and the type is sample because it was provided for me. So now my project here is, it has the blueprints that it needs, and I'm going to save the project. So now my project is ready, and I can use it to run or to provide the files and extract the information. In order to try it from the console, I'm going to go with click on the test here, and I've been signed out, so I need to sign in one more time. Second.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but there was a question.
Sure.
It said, if, for example, the document format changes, do you combine blueprints so that it covers any variation?
Say again, like you say that the document changes?
Yeah, it seems the document format changes.
So any project that you create, you can have multiple templates for it. So if you expect that you are doing an intelligent document processing project and all the documents that you have are of specific type or types, then you can create these templates for it. And if you have a new format or you add it to that, then you can add a template for, you can create and generate the template and add it to the project. That's how you increase the capability of the specific project to read multiple types of documents. But usually when you look at actual use case, usually this use case would be of like a specific type of documents that you want to do. Like for instance, if you are reading a medical healthcare document, a specific one or two or so, then you will build the blueprints for these, and then you will extract them. And if you are providing a document, let's say a PDF file or something, if the PDF file combines multiple documents, then you can split. So there is a feature to split these documents, and then each one will be processed using the corresponding blueprint for it. And you don't need even to assign the type of blueprint, because BDA will auto detect that and use it for you. I hope this is answering the question. Are there any other questions or?
That was all. Thank you. That was a good one. Good answer.
Okay. Yeah. No worries. So I'm gonna go back to my Bedrock project here. So go down there and go data automation. So we have a project in here, as you see here, Project Orlando. So now I have my project, and with the configuration in place, custom outputs are showing me that I have the two blueprints. I want to test that. So I'm going to click test, and now I'm going to upload from my computer. I'm going to upload a picture of a social security card. So last time we used a template. Now this time I'm going to use the example. And now we have the social security card for Michael Jackson, and it's loading. And you will notice in a second that it's going to give you the information both for a standard output, which will extract everything that it has, as well as the custom output. So first, as you see here, it's giving you a summarization of what's in here. So it says, yeah, this image shows a social security card with a blue and white color scheme and so on. So it's describing what it sees in here. And then there are multiple texts that's found within the document. And when I click on any of these, it's giving you its location. So the location is also extracted. And it's also giving you here the percentage. So this gives you the a percentage that tells you the confidence level of this piece of information, whether it's right or not. So maybe you will add a rule that if the confidence level is anywhere below 70%, then you need a human intervention to double check or something like that when it comes to your actual project. Also, it extracted logos. So if I click on logo, it looked at the title here, seemed to be a logo. So it said, yeah, Social Security Administration, and added a logo for you. So, and again, you can download the results similar to the other one, and it's going to give you the JSON with all the information in here. If I switch to custom output, now what you see here, it used the blueprint that we just created, the demo SSN blueprint, and it's giving you the attributes that was defined in the blueprint with the results shown to you. So again, this information is in JSON format. You can use it for your application, and you can actually build downstream applications using that. And I'm gonna show you an architecture diagram on how to typically an application is built in here. So let's now try a different file. So let's say that I'm gonna upload a different type of file, which is the birth certificate. So I have here a birth certificate. So I'm gonna generate the results. Now, I didn't tell BDA that I'm gonna use a birth certificate. I just uploaded a new image. And what happens here is it's going to read the file, understand or detect that this is a birth certificate, and it's gonna provide me with the information in here. So as you see here, we are in the custom output already. So it just loaded the birth certificate blueprint, and it provided me with the attributes that were available in the birth certificate blueprint from this image that I uploaded. And it's giving you the information in here for you. So again, when we say that it runs on a multi-model, means that it auto detects the type of file that you are adding or type of image and acts accordingly. You don't need to define this. If I go back to the standard output again, as you see here on the page level, it's giving you all the information in the birth certificate. And if I go to the element level, again, it's going to show you all the attributes or the elements within the documents. So that's how you build a project, and you add different templates or blueprints to it. Now, so far we have been seeing documents, images of documents or scanned documents. Now, I wanted to show you the other type of modalities that we have here. So similarly, you can do the same and build projects that would read audio or video. So if we start with an audio, and I'm gonna add here like customer conversation. So this is just like an audio conversation, and I'm gonna use this to show what happens here. So what happens is it's going to do an auto transcript. So it extracted the text out of the audio file, and it's providing it to you. So you can actually do content moderation. It will detect any toxic content and eliminate that, so it's not gonna generate it. So profanity or someone cussing or something, it's gonna be taken out. Also, you can do audio summary or topic summary, and I'm gonna regenerate it now, and I'm gonna audio demo. If we do this, and we look at the generated results, it's not only going to be extracting the file or the text in the audio file, it's going to give you these summaries. Now it's using the large language models available for it to perform the summarization. So again, you can use this as a pipeline for your solution where, yeah, it takes a customer support call or something and extract a summary and send it to a manager, whatever the use case might be. So as you see here, it says, yeah, the audio summary for the whole thing. It's a conversation between two people regarding an issue with yeah, a car or something like that. So, and also gives you a summary by topic. So it tries to detect the different topics discussed. For this audio file seems to be a single topic, which is the problem with the car. So it just gave you like this topic in here. And again, it's providing you with the audio transcript for you. Again, I wanted also to show you the other one, which is the video. With the video, it's really interesting because it provides you with, let's say, let's take this one. It's a keynote from reInvent. And what happens here, it's gonna show you the, where is that? Yeah, here we go. So it's giving you a video summarization. So it detects that this is an AWS reInvent 2023 with Dr. Swami speaking about data and AI and so on. So again, and it's giving you like, again, the different chapter summarization. So similar to the topic. So seems like in this video on this, from this timestamp to this timestamp, it was talking about machines for mathematical computation, and then went through a different topic. And actually, it's also describing what's happening. So the stage now is having a dark background and a larger screen displaying and so on. So as you see, and also if you see here, if I click on something, it's going to take me to the interval of time where this logo or this text was extracted here in the image. So yeah, I just wanted to show you this, but looks, just try to, yeah. So if I click on a different one, it takes me to a different time and shows you that, yeah, the word statement was showed here in the background and so on. So you can imagine the capabilities that you can do when you have a video, if you are doing data extraction from a video, or like a lot of capabilities that you can do with these features that you see in here. So yeah, that's really like a quick overview. Actually, what you are seeing here is using VDA from the console, and this is done here so you can test it, try it, maybe run a POC. But actually, if you're gonna build projects using VDA, there is, as I mentioned, a unified API similar to any other service on AWS that you can use to build your solutions in. And I'm gonna show you that a sample of what this API is looks like. So let me just go back to my presentation here. And before even going to showing you the APIs, remember we mentioned that now we have a tool or a feature in a tool that takes an image, extracts the data, understands the data, summarizes the data. When you want to use this one feature to build projects, you build it through like an end-to-end solution. So what you see on the screen here is one solution that's used by maybe a financial institution or organization. So what happens here is this is a solution for loan origination system, where you will notice on top here, first we will have like a team, data science team maybe. They will start by uploading samples of the types of documents that are used to in the origination system to approve it or to check it or um, and what they do is they provide these and they upload them into an S3 bucket. So here an example is showing you like W2 bank statements and other forms like that. And then they go to BDA to create blueprints. And BDA is going to now create the blueprint, do test and refine, very similar to what we did today, testing that, yeah, it's extracting right information and so on. And once they are ready and available, they are going to get published to BDA, like similar to what we did today. Then the developers or the users of the system are going to upload the actual document bundles for their application or the application they are processing. Again, you can use S3 because all are integrated. Maybe using Event Bridge to trigger an event that will call a Lambda function. The Lambda function now has the business logic that this application is using, and it's going to make a call to Amazon BDA. So through its API or through the SDK. Excuse me. In this case, BDA is going to run and take the images or the files uploaded. It's going to look at the the templates that were created or the blueprints, build results and store the results in an Amazon S3 bucket. So now we have the processed results in here, and then it's gonna trigger an event to Event Bridge. Now, Event Bridge can take this to trigger to the Lambda, another Lambda function. This Lambda function now has access to the processed results, and it can do some business logic. Again, can send the message or send the data to any generic application or a notification via email or like or SMS or something. Or it can provide metrics for data visualization. And I'm also including a link here. This link is like a publicly available from Amazon AWS. So if you click on it, it's going to show you this solution and how it's built. So maybe if you want to dive deeper into this, I wanted to have it here. But I wanted to actually show you this diagram to have a perspective on how you can build solutions using the Amazon VD. So I keep saying the API, and if we speak about APIs, we can spend 2 or 3 hours. But today I'm just gonna show you like very like high level what it's gonna be like. So this example you see here is using an SDK for Python. So as you see here, as part of an application, when you reach the point where you want to make a call to BDA to process a document, you just call the BDA runtime client and a single API call called invoke data automation asynchronous. And you provide the configuration very similar to the configuration we did in the console, but you provide it here as a JSON format. Also the output configuration, and so the S3 output location and similar. And the project ARN. The ARN is the unique identifier for this project. So the BDA project that was created like in a previous step. And then you make the call and you get the response. And again, all the steps that we have done on the console today are doable via the API. I just took here a sample to the step that actually creates the output. But there are many other API methods or functions here that you can call and configure to perform everything from creating blueprints to creating a project to adding a blueprint to a project and then making the calls and whatnot. And because this is an asynchronous call, you don't want to be sending a file and just having your application stalled waiting. It's just a file and forget. So you send it and it's an asynchronous call. And then you have another helper function called wait for completion. And this function is gonna check and see, is it done or not? Is it done or not? And once it's done, it's gonna give you a status response of success. And yeah, yeah. Otherwise, if for whatsoever reason it failed, it's not creating the output, then it's gonna raise an exception and so on. So that's how the API is like. So you can find the SDK for your preferred programming language. All right. So now that we have seen the end-to-end, again, as I mentioned, if you're gonna try this on your own personal account, I just wanted you to see an idea of the pricing. So the pricing here is not based on the usage per hour, similar to EC2 or RDS, if you are familiar with that. It's more of based on the number of minutes that you consume for audio files or video files, or the number of pages in a document that you process, or the number of images that you process. And the prices are a little bit different when it comes to the custom output. So as I mentioned before, custom output is only available for documents and images, while standard output is available for audio, documents, images, and video. So as you see here, it's for a document on a standard format is $0.01 per page. And for a custom, it's 0.04. These numbers are relatively small, but if you think about an enterprise solution that is processing maybe, I don't know, 1,000 images an hour or something, you want to calculate that and see how this cost is going to be like. So that's about the pricing. And lastly, I just wanted to share with you here some requirements or constraints. So again, when we were going through the console is just to test or to run a POC or something. So it's limited to how the web console is. So the maximum number of pages per document is only 20 when you are using the console. But when you are building a real application, it's going to be like using the APIs. So the maximum number of pages are 3,000 per document. Also, the file sizes for an API-based application is going to be 500 megabytes per file, while in the console, the maximum is 200 and so on. The supported formats, as we have seen today, images, JPEGs, TIFF, PNG, documents, and PDF files are all supported for you. So I just wanted to include this here so you can have a reference for it. So again, we covered a lot today. My goal was really to give you a clear picture of how BDA can transform how we handle data. But this is just a start. If you like to keep going, there are like 3 ways to take the next step. First, you can download my BDA technical guide. So this is a guide I created. It has 5 pages. It's a field reference that summarizes what we talked about today. So if you want to read it later today or any other time to just get back to the different topics, it goes deeper into the architecture, the best practices and use cases. I'm gonna be hosting maybe a hands-on Bedrock workshop sometime. So that's another thing that is available. And of course, please connect on LinkedIn. I share a lot of GenAI, AWS, and data modernization topics in there. And I would like to keep the conversation going. So all this is available for you if you go to this URL or scan the QR code, and you can just download this free guide for you. And yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you. And yeah, in the end, I would like to really thank Joanne and the Orlando AWS user group for hosting me. And let's open up for Q&A.
Awesome. I think we have two questions that we have, and then of course anybody else that might have questions, just feel free to unmute. I think both of them were from Percy, and I almost answered the second one, but I'll let you answer it instead.
Okay. So okay, how is standard output different from custom output? So what you have seen here, when you run standard output runs the same on any type of document that is processed. So if I provide an image of an ID or a document, the standard output is extract everything. Everything that resembles text is extracted and provided to you. The custom output in the contrary is, it defines what type of document this is, and according to the type of document and the blueprint that's in the custom output, it's going to look for and extract specific attributes. So if I say that this is a social security card, now the custom output is going to look at finding a social security number within that, or a first name or a last name. If this was a medical report, so it's going to look for a medication or for a symptom or something like that. So you can define what's in the document and what to expect in the blueprint. Then the custom output is going to use GenAI to understand what's in there and extract it for you. And then it provides it to you as a structured data, as you have seen today. What's the other question?
I think actually for that one, you might have answered it, is some example API code for how the API can be used. Maybe it could be a Java application or it could be translated to other applications, but some example code bases maybe that people can look towards.
We are okay in it manually here, but are there examples of, yes. So again, yes, the answer is 100%. So what you have seen today is a sample of using the Python SDK to make the API calls. So there are multiple SDKs that you can use for multiple languages, and that's how you do it. So you're not gonna test it manually or do it manually from the console, but you can use it from the API. And there is actually, if we look back here, I'm gonna quickly, if you go down here, I'm not sure if this, yeah. So this is here, what you see on the screen is a publicly available workshop where you can go through and learn how to use these APIs. So you can look at the GitHub repository here. And this GitHub repository is going to show you the code snippets on how to perform different activities that we mentioned. So again, this is a workshop that usually takes 4 hours to run, and you can have a look into that if you will, and if you have the time. So when I share with you the, we can share this, Joanne, right? The slide deck.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely, we can share that.
Yeah. So we can share the slide deck. I can also add it. Actually, I'm going to add it too on this link. So when you go there, you can just download the PDF of the slide deck with all the links. So maybe that would be much easier for you, along with the technical guide as well. So you will have like 2 files to download and use.
That would be great. And then we'll make sure to leave a comment on the meetup so that everybody knows it's there.
Yeah, we can do that as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for doing that.
course. Any other questions?
Got one is, what use cases do you think fit better in something that like data automation versus maybe more traditional data processing pipelines?
Okay, so again, what you see here goes beyond the just data automation, because you are like using the capabilities, the GenAI capabilities. In data automation, you need to provide each and every step, and you need to think of all the use cases that can happen in order to build different branches. And if you miss a use case and it's not handled, it's gonna just, the application is gonna fail. With this type of solution, as you have seen, we did not, when we were running, we were not telling BDA that this document is of this type or that type. It can identify this on its own and then carry on with it. So I think the the idea here is to leverage this capability and then build your own solution using like the serverless capabilities that are available on AWS. That's how I think it's gonna be. It's gonna be like having an edge or different from a traditional data processing pipelines. I think there is a question about the recording. Yeah, Giovanni, you are gonna enable this or make this available, right?
Yes, unfortunately, I didn't stream it this time, but I will put it onto YouTube immediately after this. And then if anybody is curious, this is Mohammed's previous talk with the Orlando AWS user group. Since you mentioned it was like kind of a precursor. So
Right. Okay. Any other questions?
well, I want to thank everybody for coming out virtually in our little virtual squares. This was honestly a very insightful talk, and I can't wait to like play around with this. I actually have some few ideas now. So thank you.
Good to know. Yeah, it's really like very interesting. I encourage you really to start trying that and build your own applications. And yeah, again, as I said, keep in touch, and I'll be happy to have this conversation going on. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you all.
Yes, thank you all. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you all. I'm gonna end the meetup. So thank you.